Yeah, thank you so much for doing this. How have you been?
Of course. I mean, I've been okay. I think it's like a lot of ups and downs for sure. Like just kind of balancing getting over the pandemic. I know it's still like a thing and everything, and everyone's trying to get back to normal slowly, even though it's not over yet. But yeah, I've been okay. Besides that, how are you?
I'm good. I'm excited to finally be talking to you after a long time. I think the last time we talked was when you released Sad Boy, which
Yeah.
seems like a long time ago. But
Yep.
how have you been since that release? I know music-wise you have a lot going on.
I mean, it's just I've this year I've released 4 songs, so that's quite a big jump for me because the previous year it was only like 2 singles and they were like at 10 months apart because I had just been like starting out releasing music and stuff. So yeah, since like Sad Boy I've released 3 songs and it's been just kind of a roller coaster of emotions and learning curves and just trying to figure everything out along the way. But yeah.
Mhm. I mean, your most recent release is Cyber Dreams, which is amazing. Congratulations on that.
Oh,
Um,
thanks.
what was the inspiration behind that song?
It's honestly just so I wrote it at the beginning of the pandemic when like we weren't like able to go anywhere. Like everybody was just kind of stuck at home and, couldn't do anything. So I just kind of wrote it about like basically falling for somebody through social media, like in times of loneliness, because yeah, I think that like a lot of people leaned towards social media. Everyone was on their phones a lot more, and just like it's really just about building a connection through somebody with somebody on social media. And yeah, like the deeper meaning behind that song though is kind of like, were these two people just talking because they were like lonely because of the pandemic, like there wasn't a lot of social interaction. So that's kind of the deeper meaning behind the song too.
Now, is this inspired by true events or was it just a story?
It's inspired by true events for sure. Um, yeah, it's definitely inspired by that, but I feel like quite a few people could maybe relate to it because I think it's just something that everybody kind of experiences in
Mhm.
this in not new age. I mean, I've been here, but
I mean, for
in
sure.
this
It's
age of
definitely weird.
yeah, right.
How did you decide that this was going to be the next release? Because I know you personally write a lot of songs, especially with COVID going on.
Yeah, well, I kind of so my past few releases, they were kind of like upbeat, more like pop type songs. And I just kind of wanted to release this song because it was more of like a introspective, like somber type moments. And I just kind of wanted to end the year on that note. Like it's the winter time, like everybody's inside. I don't know. It felt right to release it during this time. And I've honestly been teasing this song for probably a year now through like my TikTok lives. And I just remember the first time that like I showed everybody on live, everyone's like, Nathan, you have to release this. This is, and I'm like, guys, I was like, shouldn't I? So this one is it was kind of like a song to release for like everybody that supports me because they have been asking for it for the past like year. So I'm so happy that I've finally released it for everyone to listen to if they want.
Yeah, I mean, the song is great, as I said, but what do you hope that fans take from it?
I just whenever releasing music and stuff, I just really hope that like people can connect with the song or just feel some type of emotion. And like I have my story and background on what the song's about, but I kind of want people listening to take in their own perspective. Like I don't want them to be like, oh, this is Nathan's perspective. You know what I mean? Like I want
Yeah.
them to be like, oh, I'm connecting my own experience through this.
hmm I feel like
Yeah.
that's something that a lot of songwriters go through where they're like, I wrote it,
Yeah.
but I want you to take it.
100%. And I totally live by that. Whatever perspective you have in your head or story, or you go with it, because that's how I love to have people hear it.
Would you say that Cyber Dreams marks the start of a new era for you, or just the ending of this era?
Well, despite it being different from the past 3 songs that I've released, I would honestly say that it's the end of an era.
Okay.
Because I recorded this one actually quite a while ago, so I've been sitting with it for a hot minute, but I'm happy that it's finally out. But it's definitely the end of an era, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of things in the works for sure.
Yeah, I mean, do you have any future projects that you could hint at or tell us about?
I was just so last week actually, I was just in the studio. I recorded a bunch of new songs that I've been writing throughout the past like 6 months, year, and I'm just really excited to show people hopefully the growth that I've made just as a songwriter, and just like vocally and melodically wise. I don't know. I'm just excited to show people kind of like a different side.
Mm-hmm. You
Mm-hmm.
have around 39.7K followers on TikTok and over 455.9K likes. How does that feel knowing that you can reach that many people with your music?
Um, it's honestly really just, I'm just grateful because starting TikTok, I remember not knowing what the hell I was doing. Like I was just like, oh, I'm gonna post content on here with like music and see what happens. And I don't know, just it slowly started to grow over time. And sometimes I look at the number and I'm like, oh, that's kind of crazy. But also I do know that's like not a ton for TikTok. But
It's a decent amount though.
yeah, it's definitely really cool. And just like, yeah, it's just kind of crazy, like just being from such a small town, like there's only 2,500 people, and I'm like, that many people follow me. It's cool, but I know that like I still have like a lot of work to do, and um I'm ready to put in work to just continuing to keep growing, because I know that a lot of the music industry is based around TikTok, and like just continuing to grow on there. And that's how you create opportunities for yourself. And just, yeah, going into the new year, I want to work harder to just keep growing.
Is there something that you would want to tell your younger self now?
One thing that I would tell my younger self is just to maybe be more confident, because like I would always give up with everything that like I did, whether it was like a sport or like another kind of hobby. And I think now, being older and stuff, I think like obviously still struggling with confidence and stuff, but I have this urge to like not give up. Like I want to succeed in music so bad, and like I feel like I don't want to stop until I get to where I want to be, whatever that might be. um yeah, I just really want to just keep going with it and improving. And I don't want to give up, even if there's glimpses in time where I'm just like, oh, this isn't for me, or I'm just like feeling down about it. I give myself like a day to, feel down in the dumps if like things aren't going my way with like music and stuff. But yeah, I just want to keep going with it for sure.
Mm-hmm. And my last question for you, if you could describe upcoming music in 3 words, what would they be and why?
Oh my God. Probably sad, dramatic, and angsty.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely a different side for sure. Still some of that like alternative pop vibes. Definitely some things more in the realm of sad boy, but also just like a step up from that too, I would say. But yeah, I think it's just a lot more like angst in like the songwriting and stuff, so in the lyrics. But yeah, that's how I'd describe it.
Fair enough. I can't wait to hear it.
Yeah, I'm excited. I hope people like it. Like I said, you never know. Like, I'm proud of it, and I think it's an improvement, but you never know until the song's out and released, right?
Hmm. Well, thank you so much for doing this interview. It was so great to catch up with you again.
Yeah, it was great talking to you, Gracie.